Hello learner. In this video, we will talk about an important concept, actually something that is today talked about a lot in management and leadership parlance, and that is mindfulness. Mindfulness, as the word indicates, is about being more mindful, being more present. And we'll try to understand what does it mean in this video. Let's start by looking at and thinking about a situation, actually a real life situation that happened very recently. This is the game that was played between India and England. That was the last game of the series that was being played. The match was on July 17th, 2022. England, batting first in the game of cricket, made 259. The player in the screen in the photo is Rishabh Pant. India chasing this target of 259 was 38 for 3. Rishabh Pant came into bat when India was at 38 for the loss of 3 wickets. Rishabh Pant ended up scoring 125 runs in 113 balls, and India won the match, the deciding match of the series, and the final score was 261 for 5. After the game, when the journalist asked Rishabh Pant, what were you thinking while you were batting? What was going on in your mind? Well, his response was, when I was on the field, I was not thinking of anything. I was focused on each ball that was being thrown at me. Now, mindfulness is the idea which tells us exactly this. It is not a new idea for your information. Mindfulness has been talked about in Buddhist philosophy, in Hindu philosophy, in our ancient wisdom, Indian wisdom. This is an idea that has been talked about years and centuries ago. Mindfulness, being present. Mindfulness is the idea about being present and living each and every moment with full attention. At this moment, I would like to take you to this movie, Kung Fu Panda. Master Oogway tells Po, who's the bear in the movie, 3 beautiful sentences. Past is history. Future is mystery. Today is a gift, and that is why it is called as present. Now, friends, when we live our lives, we are often lost in thoughts about the past, what has happened in the past, and what will happen in the future. But what is important to realize is that we neither control the past, it has happened, and we neither control the future because we don't know what's going to happen. But we spend a lot of time ruminating about the past or worrying about the future. In doing so, we miss living in the present, the moment that we can actually live. I have talked about the automatic cycle of the behavior, where there are events, thoughts, emotions, and then actions. We talked about also the importance of breaking this cycle, because if we are driven by automaticity, we can be driven by unreasonable, irrational thoughts, and we can take actions which can drive us to problematic events and situations. So the cycle has to be broken. We also talked about that actions to events that is beyond our control. Once you've taken an action, it will give rise to a new event. We have also learnt about multitasking. We cannot do 2 things at the same time. Our brains are inefficient at doing 2 things at the same time. So you can either be lost in the past or the future, or you can pay attention to the present. You can pay attention to the event that is unfolding in front of you. So how do all these ideas come together and help us think about mindfulness? Mindfulness is exactly this, which is living in the present moment with full attention, doing whatever you are doing with full attention, with full focus. If you are doing certain action, when you are doing there's something unfolding in front of you, if you are not paying attention, you are thinking of something else, you are not understanding the event unfolding in front of you. If you are in a meeting and your subordinate or your boss is telling you something, but you are lost in some thoughts about the past or the future, you are not understanding what the boss or the subordinate is trying to tell you. If you have to take proper action, you have to pay attention and listen to what they are saying with full attention. So, what does mindfulness essentially mean? It means very simply just one thing: living in the present moment, because that is the moment we can only live. We cannot live the past, we cannot live the future. We have to give attention to the present. If you are regretting about the past or you are worrying about the future, you are also missing out on the opportunity of taking proper actions, understanding the events, and taking proper actions in the present moment. Remember, we can only do one thing at a time. We cannot do multiple things. We will make errors of judgment, we will make errors in our behaviors and action, and therefore, mindfulness tells us that you have to live in the present with full attention, with full awareness, and that can help you in taking proper actions and doing proper behavior. Thank you.